Assuming we've built the sales process, I'm no longer wasting time on people that are never going to be my customer anyway, whether they knew it or not. The second part is that proposal turnaround time. Back to this over-engineering of the sales process, like details kill deals. I want the hottest moment in that whole sales process is when you're standing there on that first consultation and dreaming with them on what it is that they want to do. Anything you can do to turn your proposal generation process into a streamlined, minutes long ordeal instead of a complicated days or hours long ordeal will dramatically help you win more jobs. Much more than being cheaper ever will. Cheaper than your competition ever will. The idea is templates and production rates allow you to take all the manual calculations that might take you hours to pull together to quote a job into a minutes long process where you drop in your templates, populate your measurements, and bam, you have your pricing. You know how it is. You do the consultation. Thank you, very nice. Very nice to meet you. I got all the measurements. I got everything I need. I should be able to, get you this quote back by next week sometime. When next week comes and goes, employees didn't show up, whether bad, you're going to lose jobs from that. I want to, every time it is humanly possible, to get that proposal back to the customer before I leave that driveway. If you've done a good job on your sales process and you've collected all the information you need up front, I would argue that is possible on most any sub six-figure project. If you can do that, if you can get that proposal back to them before you leave the driveway, your chance of being sabotaged by a competitor's quote, somebody else was cheaper, oh, we need to think about it, all of those objections become much less likely because you came out there, you met with them, you got the information, you dreamed with them, you planned with them, you answered the questions, and now here's what it would cost. It's like the obvious next step is, well, what do you want to do next? Do you want to get on the schedule? Cool. And then everything about your process is like, well, what is preventing me from getting that proposal turned around in the driveway? Well, I didn't know this, or I was waiting on information about that. Okay, well, let's solve those problems. Let's get that information ahead of time. How do we adjust our process so that I have everything at my fingertips that I do need to turn that proposal around in the driveway? Moving on to the follow-up section, the third portion. I don't know how many of you knew this or not, but in SynkedUP, there is a feature for automated follow-ups. So I'm going to go ahead and send this proposal so you guys can see. When I send this proposal, toggle down here that says send automatic follow-up emails. And what you can do is you can flip that on, and then you can send reminder emails after 3 days, 6 days, and you make this whatever you want, 25 days, whatever. You can send automated follow-ups right from the moment that you send the proposal inside of SynkedUP. Just sending it once and then hoping that they'll close on it. They'll close on it sometimes, but not every time. The power of a follow-up is not to be underestimated. One thing that people often ask is, how soon should I follow up on a proposal? So this is derived from a study over 1.3 million different proposals. Most proposals close within 2 to 3 days. And so if you've heard nothing in 3 days, it's time to follow up. And then the very moment I send it, always set a reminder for yourself for the next action. So the very moment I send this proposal, and set a reminder for yourself to follow up with this proposal in 30 days. Like, do the automated follow-ups here, but then set a reminder for yourself to follow up with them, like, hey, I'm just checking in. Has this gone cold? Are you still planning on doing anything? If they don't answer at the 1 month mark, do it again at 3 months. If they don't answer at the 3 month mark, do it again at 6 months. If they don't do it at the 6 month mark, do it again in 1 year. The point is always be following up. The most impactful things you can do to win more work, to close more work quickly at a time when maybe leads are feeling a little more scarce, is to go back to your old pipeline of cold leads that have dried up and never did anything, and check back in with them. Check in with all the proposals that went cold on you last year this time. And go, hey, I was just curious if you guys ever did it. And it is amazing how much work that you can close just from that. The principle to make a note of here is the moment you hit send, schedule the next action. Even if you're using a feature like automated follow-ups inside of SynkedUP, schedule your next human action, like a phone call, just want to check in with you. And there should be a cadence. You can pick your cadence, but I would suggest a 1 month, a 3 month, a 6 month, and a 1 year. So when I do the 3 month action, I schedule the 6 month action. When I do the 6 month action and then no response, I schedule the 1 year action. And always be closing, always be following up. The power of follow-up. 3 pieces Vet your lead. Make sure that if you're gonna get a no, make sure you get the no as quickly as possible. Proposal turnaround time will close you more work than being the cheapest ever. And then follow up. Leverage automation and always be following up. The moment you do one action, schedule the next action.
The first question is, Weston, how do you prevent clients from nitpicking last minute?
Well, so when I think about how to prevent nitpicking clients, like at the last minute, like you've done all the work, you've got a proposal to them, and now they're kind of like delving into all kinds of details that never came up before, and it's like objection after objection. Where my brain goes to solve that problem is do a really good job of setting expectations, really good job of communicating. Because if you let nothing open to interpretation, you don't leave any oxygen in the room for those objections to breathe. So if you essentially focus on having an excellent communication plan, this is something you should think about and document and write and have somewhere like your office admin, or even for yourself, for your own benefit. Like, you should spend some time thinking about this. Don't let it up to chance. Spend your energy on describing exactly what's going to happen next, and then make sure that happens. This is not just for the sales process. This is for the construction process. This is for the job completion and walkthrough process, all the way to the final payment of the invoice. Like,
how do you justify your pricing when a client pushes back or says you're too expensive?
If I have a client that's pushing back or saying I'm too expensive, and it's in the context of they have another quote from another competitor, and my competition's cheaper than I am, the way I would address that is say something like, I understand. I'm just curious though, is there a reason that you're still talking to me, or is there a reason you didn't go ahead and go with that cheaper quote? And then be quiet. Just don't say anything else, because the next thing they say is going to be the real reason why they're still talking to you, and the thing that you will likely be the reason you'll likely be able to win that job still. If you can pivot that from pressure to lower your price to, well, I'm curious, why haven't you hired the cheapest one yet? In a spirit of curiosity, not arrogance, and genuine, like, I'm here to serve you, and if I'm not the right fit, I don't want to waste your time. That's key. And the other thing to remember is never negotiate on the price, always negotiate on scope. Like, if it's not the competitor issue that I was just highlighting, and it's just like, well, why are you so expensive? Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Like, can you do it for $5,000 less? The answer is never negotiate on the price. Always negotiate on the scope of work.
The next question is, should I ever offer discounts? And this was a popular one. And if so, when?
Should I ever offer discounts? And if so, when? Well, it is true that we do live in a consumeristic society. Our homeowners that are buying from us don't understand that construction doesn't work the same way as walking into Walmart and getting something at 50% off. And this is why we have to, I keep going back to this thing of, serve your prospects as though you were serving your own grandmother. Like, serve them in that heart, in that spirit, and gently, kindly, courteously educating them and informing them and giving them the information they need to make the best decision for themselves. Never give a discount. Take that temptation to give a discount and pour that energy into adding value. What are the things that you can do that your competition is not willing to do? Give them a gift card to detail their car after you've done a job and you made it all dusty. Can you have somebody come through and power wash the driveway and sidewalks after you're done? It's way better to over-impress than it is to leave a bad taste in their mouth as you're pulling out of the driveway. Things do come up. And let's say I did give a discount. Now things came up and the client, well, can you take care of that for me? You made a big rut in the yard. Oh, yeah, we did. Now I got to fix that. And I wasn't planning on it. I'm like rushing, trying to get out of there. And the last thing I'm going to do is clean off the driveway yet with a professional power washer. I'm in that case because I already gave a discount. I need to get out of there and get on to the next job. But if I did not cave to that temptation way back in the sales process, and I only negotiated on scope, and I did not give a discount, now I have the room to give that discretionary, yeah, I'll take care of that for you. Over deliver, over deliver, over deliver. Focusing on value add and over delivering will take you further than any discount ever will. The discount is not the reason you'll win the job. It's trust and credibility that will win the job.
What red flags should I watch out for that indicates someone may be wasting my time?
I would look at things like if they want me to meet them on their time and they're unwilling to meet me on my time, meaning like, hey, I'm available Tuesday from noon to 4 or Thursday from noon to 4. When is the next time in that time slot that you can meet? And they're unwilling to do that. Like, can you do Friday night at 7? Can you come on a Saturday? If that's a deal breaker, that's a red flag. Another one, assuming you have a consultation fee, if they really talk at it or really have a big deal, throw a big deal about it, like That's another red flag. Obviously, that's kind of a self-healing one, though, because if they don't pay, you don't come. If they don't follow your process, meaning like, let's say the Tesla landscaping process of we have the consultation fee, we have the defined availability, and we have the project planner. So if someone did pay the consultation fee, chose a time in the defined availability, but then did not fill out the project planner and resisted it, or like, yeah, forget it, just come out to my house, we'll look at it then. That's a red flag every time. Find your process and then follow it. Don't make exceptions.